Kapil, a farmer from Meerut, has just sold a bulk of crops worth 5 lakh rupees. He wants to invest this amount in fixed deposit, that is FDs. Kapil is very educated, but he does not understand of what tenure he should open his FD. When he visited the bank branch, the manager asked him whether he would invest an FD at a fixed rate or floating rate. After this, Kapil's confusion increased even more. Which FD will be right for you, for how many days, and where to invest? If you are also worried about all such questions, then let us give you some tips on how to get better returns on your hard earned money. In fact, as a part of exercise to control inflation, the RBI has increased repo rate 3 times since May 2022. It is believed that it can further increase the repo rate in the coming time. This has also led to competition among banks to increase interest on FDs. Given the increase in demand for loans, there is every possibility that FD rates will increase further in the coming time. In such a situation, it is natural for people to get attracted towards FD. But just like Kapil, most people are confused about right strategy of investing in FDs. After the coronavirus pandemic cases started to subside, the demand for credit in the market has increased. With Durga Puja, the festive season is going to start, which will run right till New Year. In such a situation, the demand for credit will increase rapidly. Obviously, the banks will increase deposit rates further to meet this demand. If you are thinking of making an FD, then the option of 6 months will be better at the moment. When the FD matures, reinvest the money. You can benefit from further rise in interest rates. If there is a large amount, then invest in 3 to 4 parts. This will not affect your returns. But if you need money before maturity, you will not have to break the entire investment. If the bank charges a penalty of premature withdrawal, then in lieu of this, you would incur lower amount of loss. Estimates on the economy indicate that the process of increasing interest rates will continue. Because of this, people are reluctant to invest in long-term FDs. So, to remove this doubt of investors, banks have introduced new option of floating FDs. In this scheme, the return on investment is being linked to the repo rate. For example, Axis Bank is offering interest on floating rate FDs by adding 1.6% to the repo rate. FDs linked to repo will work like home and auto loans. If the repo rate increases, then obviously the return on FDs will increase. To open such type of FD, you will not have to do any paperwork. If the repo rate is reduced, then FD will also automatically decrease. Now let's talk about return on FD. Currently, major public sector banks are offering interest of 5.25 to 5.75% annually on FDs of 1 to 5 years. Private sector banks are offering interest of 5.6 to 7%. Small finance banks are ahead in this case. These banks are offering 6.5 to 7.5% interest on FDs of 1 to 5 years. Some banks have offered a little higher interest rates under FD schemes offered under 75 years of independence. Under this, some small finance banks are offering interest of up to 8% on FDs. Non-banking financial companies are offering even higher interest rate. Their interest rates on the 1 to 5 years FD are from 6.5 to 8.25%. Most banks are offering half a percent more interest to senior citizens. Some NBFCs offer up to 0.8% more interest to senior citizens. Personal finance expert Dr. Rahul Sharma says that the demand for loans in the market is increasing. In the festive season, banks will continue to increase FD interest rates. In view of this, floating rate FD is better option at a present. If banks start reducing interest rate, then you may also suffer loss. In such a situation, the benefit of floating FD rate will be available only as long as banks are increasing rates. As soon as banks start cutting interest rate, you will start losing. While banks already fix interest on regular FDs, however, if interest increase before maturity, you will not be able to get the benefit. Dr. Sharma says that currently only few banks are offering floating FDs, but at present there is no sense in making FDs for a long period. take a final decision only after assessing the profit and loss in all the options available.